Hey everyone, Hannah here with 446 Summer 2022. Today I'm going to be covering how to access material on Laulima. So when you log into Laulima and you choose your course, which is 446, you should be enrolled in the SOJ or the WGSS version of this class. You'll want to go to the Start Here First tab. This is where all the initial information about how to navigate Laulima and sort of the overview of the class. That's where all of this material will be. So, you can see my little welcome here. This is an introduction and an overview to the class. In particular, pay attention to the class learning objectives, which are also available on the syllabus, and they're the learning objectives that appear in the course catalog for UH Manoa. This is the learning objectives for the Start Here page. So you'll see you should learn more about being an online learner, how to navigate our Laulima site, as well as navigating Laulima more broadly. I also provide some technology tips and some etiquette or netiquette tips in case you've never taken an online class before. After everything we've been through over the past couple of years, I doubt that applies to anyone, but you can never be too prepared, right? We also learned that from COVID. Okay. So one of the things that you'll always see on all of my pages for this class is a checklist. This is everything you need to complete for the page. So on this page, on the intro page, you need to read and watch everything on this page. You need to read and sign the syllabus, which is linked at the bottom of this page. You should be watching the course orientation video, which will cover more details about the class itself. And then this is actually the Laulima orientation video. A couple other things to pay attention to is that your syllabus agreement is due Tuesday, which is tomorrow. That's one of the rules I don't have control over. And you'll also want to sign up for Discussion Leader Project this week as well. All right, so in terms of navigating Laulima for our site, over here is a tab or a page for each of the weeks we have. Of course, this is the summer session 1 class, so there's only 6 weeks. And so you can see that right now, only the Start Here page, week 1 and week 2 are available to students. These locks here mean that if I were to switch into student view, which I'll do in just a second, I'll be able to see things as you all do, and you do not have access to these later in the semester weeks. They'll start to be unveiled as we progress throughout the semester. Our class is asynchronous and it is online, so I do allow students to work in advance. For example, if you wanted to, you could knock out the Start Here First sort of introductory stuff this week, week 1 material, and week 2 material if you wanted. And just as a demonstration, this is what you all see. And so you can see here on the left-hand side, things have shifted a little bit, and you can only see week 1, week 2, as well as some other things, including the discussion board, resources, email, and things like that. Now, one thing I want to point out that I think is a really nice feature of Laulima is this email option. So in addition to being able to send me an email here, you can send emails to your classmates. This might come in handy when you're working on your discussion leader project, because you'll be assigned to a week with at least one other student in the class. So one of the things you need to do is you need to coordinate with that person to ensure that as discussion leaders for the same week, you're not using the same material. You have different videos, you have different material on your PowerPoint you create and share with the class, things like that. So if you don't know anyone in the class, or maybe you do, but you don't know the person that you're assigned the same week as, you can find them here and you can just click their name and email them. Let's say you're very enthusiastic about course material and you learn about a really awesome documentary or TV show that has to do with our course, Gender Violence Over the Life Cycle, and you want to email everyone. You can click that button and it highlights all the student names, You can also click instructor so that I'll receive the email as well. And that's a way to communicate everyone on our roster. Now, let's say you have a question about a rubric or an assignment, but you don't want to include me. Just unclick instructor, email all of your classmates, ask your question, and then if it comes to light that no one has a solid answer about your question related to an assignment, you can then forward that to me, email me, and I'll address the entire class, providing some more concrete details about the assignment or the reading or whatever thing about our class you're having issues with. Let's say you're going on summer vacation and you need to work ahead, so you want to submit some assignments early, and you don't really care about which week it is. You can click on the assignment task here, and the various assignments will be on here. So let's say you want to submit your final paper before the end of the semester. You want to submit it week 5. Click on that, and you'll be able to submit it. If you need to check your grade in the class, you can do so here. And I'll cover how the grade breakdown plays out this semester in my other orientation video. And then let's say you're on a flight, you're going to the neighbor island to visit your auntie, and you want to get caught up on readings for this class. You want to not just do the readings for the week we're in, but you want to do some other weeks as well. You can go to this resource page, click on whatever week you need, and you'll see all the way down to week 6 is available to you. So you can read as far in advance as you want. Similarly, rubrics will be posted here if you need to see all of the rubrics for all of the assignments at one time. These are some sort of generic writing resources I like to share with students in my writing intensive classes. Perhaps you don't know a lot about the writing process, or you do, but you've never taken a writing intensive class in a social science class. You can learn all you need to know about APA and ASA formatting here. There's also an example APA paper here. There's some library tutorial information. This is a really great tool, a reverse outline. This can help you stay organized when you write papers for this class. And a really great resource I have here is a self-edit checklist. As you're finalizing a written assignment for this class, you want to make sure your paper is very polished and you've done everything you're supposed to. This is a checklist for that. So those are just some of the resources that are available to you. For the weekly PowerPoints, I've done the first 2 weeks. Eventually, as folks start to sign up and submit their weekly discussion leader projects, you all will be incorporating the weekly PowerPoints and sort of participating in that process. And so that's just something to be mindful of, and I'll explain that more now, I suppose. So if you go to the Start Here first page, you'll see all the readings for the week or for that page are at the bottom. The idea being that you'll take a look at the checklist, the sort of introductory information, you'll watch all the videos, you'll do the readings, and then you'll get to the assignments, right? And so you'll notice for the first couple of days, the introductory period of this class, you need to read the syllabus, sign the class agreement, which you can submit here. And you also need to sign up for your week in the discussion leader project, which can be linked here. And then when you're finished, you get your little congratulations, and you can go to the next page, so week 1. And you can tell that it's, by and large, the basic same premise for each week. You got the intro stuff, video that's sort of a crash course or an overview of the weekly topic. This is a filler, but eventually this will be a lecture video of me lecturing. There'll be PowerPoints to go along with my lecture, readings, exit pass. That's just something I do where I collect anonymous feedback weekly from students to make sure that you all don't have any questions for me, everything's going smoothly, things like that. The checklist is at the bottom this week, but it's still there. For week 1, the only assignment is the discussion board post where you introduce yourself to your peers. And then again, the congratulations. You can see the discussion board takes you here. You can see I've introduced myself to you all. Do take time to read that whenever you have the chance. And then you can post yourself here when you're ready. Week 2. You can see the topics here, checklists, videos, all that good stuff. So I hope that this tutorial gives you a better idea of how to navigate Laulima more broadly for all of your classes at UH, but also specifically for the way I design my course sites for Laulima. Bye, everyone.